On this field, two 10-person teams will engage in a battle of... Yes, Keith?
Only 18 people here.
Two 9-person teams will engage in a battle of strength, speed, and strategy. One team will go out onto the field to play defense, while the other will take turns hitting this ball with a sticky.
What are you going to call this game?
What else? Sticky McSchnickens.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of What the Hell Happened to Them? The Adam Sandler saga is coming soon to a close, but for now we have...
The Ridiculous Six.
Joining you as always me...
Wait, Netflix's
original,
The
Ridiculous Six,
movie.
presented in 4K.
Oh,
Yes.
fuck. I saw that, I was like...
I am always...
It had a widescreen thing
yeah.
at the bottom, and I'm like... But...
You gotta get all those pixels in there, baby.
I guess...
All those extra pixels to make it.
Would you be
look better.
offended if
Yeah.
they shot this in, like, CinemaScope?
No, that'd be neat. That'd be them trying. That'd be okay.
Or wasting...
No. As always, I'm your faithful servant, Patrick Scale, of course joined by...
Jorge Garcia.
Jorge Garcia. And
Who's
of
in
course,
this movie.
who weirdly was in this movie.
Who didn't speak a word of English in this movie.
No.
Just mutters and grunts.
It was definitely
Poor
not.
guy.
Yes. And then, of course, we have the audio maven, Levan Rensselaer, joining us on those sweet, sweet soundboards. We'd like to thank you. And I'm getting to the spot, Lev. Don't worry about it. Today's sponsor is our old friend,
Toilet paper.
Ramen Noodles.
Oh.
Why would it be toilet paper, Joe?
They sponsored us before.
Don't be ridiculous. Ramen Noodles, everybody. Go get them out there. They're like a quarter a pack, or maybe they're like 33 cents a pack now. Back in my day, Joe, which was 1995.
You were 5 years old.
Yep, that was my day. In 1995, ramen noodles was 5 cents a package. You could get 20 of them for $1. They had big bins out in the grocery store, and that's where they were. Do you remember that, Joe?
No one wanted to make you real food.
Okay.
You're a growing boy.
All right, this isn't where I wanted this conversation to go. We just wanted to say thank you, Ramen, for always being there for us, even in our toughest times. No matter who never loved us in our life, Ramen Noodles always has. All right, Joe, give us the plot summary of Ridiculous Six.
I don't want to.
All right.
This movie was such a struggle.
Listen, all right, let me just...
I have stories about this movie.
Let me give it to you real quick, all right?
Okay. You
Adam
got it?
Adam Sandler is an orphan. He's
Wait,
picked up by...
I'm going to learn from right now. I could not piece together anything in this
Adam
movie.
Sandler is an orphan in this movie. He was rescued by Native Americans. They raised him as their own, and like 30 years later, his father comes and finds him. His father turns out to be an old bandit.
Nick Nolte,
crazy enough.
Cool.
His father turns out to be an old bandit. They bond, but then
But he leaves.
But then he gets kidnapped by his old crew, led by Machete Guy.
No, not Steve's Machete. Oh, Machete.
Yeah, Machete. Machete.
What's his name?
Exactly.
Why is it disappearing?
Right? Because you're a racist. That's why.
I'm racist.
But what if I say Spy Kids guy? Will that help you?
That's the same character. Did you know that?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Why can't I think of his name? He's so cool. He's a.
So anyway, that guy comes. Joe's gonna look it up. That guy comes because I can't remember either, and I just watched it last night. And Joe just watched it 20 minutes ago. So he comes, he kidnaps him, and he's gonna threaten the money. Adam Sandler has to collect the money to make sure that guy doesn't kill his father. And along the way to gather the $50,000 he needs to essentially bail out his father from his old debts.
Danny
Trejo. The excellent Danny Trejo, the talented Danny Trejo. He discovers that his father, in fact, has 5 other children, all by different mothers, that he meets along the way, and they all agree to rescue his father.
Yeah.
So
you got it.
That's the movie.
But
it's Ridiculous Six is a movie where white people dress up as minorities to make fun of white people. Would you agree, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like this is a movie for the right wing.
I don't think that at all.
You don't think so?
No. This movie's very much making, like I said, this movie's very much making fun of it. You know, it's just doing it in like a not smart way.
Oh, well, you want to know the budget for this?
Yeah.
$60 million.
I didn't think they would release a budget. I didn't think Netflix would ever release a budget for a project. $60 million for this?
I mean, there's more. I mean, they had to build a little town.
Listen, here's the deal, Joe. When you were talking...
Use the Deadwood sets that don't exist anymore?
So it seems... So, yes. So let's... I'm not even sure where to begin. So Adam Sandler has created this character that I think kills just about any attempt at a punchline that there might be. I think the way his character delivers any lines it's just impossible for him to play his usual straight man here. And I think that suffocates him a lot. And then for some reason he decides to make everybody else talk as weirdly as possible. So Rob Schneider can't get his punchlines right because of this character. Is he really Mexican? I don't think he is.
I'm right on Wikipedia right now. Let's see if they tell me if Rob Schneider.
Right, he has
because he played in Rob on CBS for 4 episodes.
But that was
his
him.
Dad was Cheech Marin.
No, that was his father-in-law.
Oh, God.
Like
I didn't watch the show.
He marries into this very tight-knit Mexican family, and that's the fish out of water story here.
So he's from San Francisco.
Yeah.
He's born on Halloween. Everything makes sense now.
So, and then like Jorge Garcia only gets to speak in grunts. They have Luke Wilson be drunk and slurred line all the time. And they do something with the werewolf kid. They give him this atrocious accent that I think itself was meant to be a joke, but was just annoying and grating the whole time.
His joke was that he's
like dumb. Like he's just a dumb person. And then you have...
I guess he's American.
Yeah. His name's Rob Schneider. What do you think he might be? They just have him play Mexicans a lot.
No. In every Sandler movie, he's always a weird...
No.
Like, he never has a distinct ethnicity, but, like, they always, like saddle him with some weird accent that it's indistinguishable. I'm like, wait, what is he trying to do in this?
They just make Rob Schneider the weird guy.
And Chuck and Larry, when he had, like... I don't even... It was like some kind of Asian makeup on, and he was doing some weird Asian accent.
I don't remember. Oh, I do remember that now.
Because it wasn't an... I don't know.
They have him be like every race. Like he was like Pakistani in the... what was
Sohan?
that? Big Daddy, right?
Oh, yeah. He's a pizza guy.
He's a pizza guy.
Was he Pakistani in that?
I think he was supposed to be some sort of Middle Eastern... And maybe Pakistani doesn't count, and that's my own ignorance. I don't know. I apologize, but
yeah, he was supposed to be Middle Eastern.
Yeah, that's what I feel like they were going for.
And they said he couldn't read, and I was like, this is...
But he couldn't read. That's why he was a delivery boy, Joe.
He's the delivery guy.
Delivery man, yes. So, yeah, and then the only one who kind of didn't have an annoying accent and that could be intelligible was Terry Crews, but he's Terry Crews, so he just annoyed me anyway.
I don't mind Terry Crews.
So I don't know why they wanted to go. They were like trying to do an homage maybe to these old westerns, but it just was sort of hurting a lot of their jokes. You know, what was a funny joke of this movie was when they have the Native American impersonate the white guy at like the very beginning of the movie. Remember that?
No.
We're like, we'll give you 10 braves to take with you, right? They can act like white dudes. Don't worry. Hey, do your white dude impression, and then he's just like, "Hey, my name is Carl. These are my pants."
Wait, he said that?
I don't know. He said something like that.
I mean, you should write their jokes. That's funny. You can talk about Pantspalooza.
So what do you... Stop bringing up my old life. What do you think was the writer room meeting on the pooping burro donkey thing? What do you...
You think this movie had a writer's room?
What do you think?
You think that they had a cohesive script? I feel like Schneider... Yeah. Not Schneider. Tim Hurley and Sandler were just like... Right, like they were just like, say, like they were like, come up with a couple of like ideas, and then you're like, just say these lines.
Yeah,
just
but they're like, who? There was
no script on this movie. This movie is so long.
We have Rob Schneider here. He's gonna have a donkey. What can we have the donkey? What the donkey just poops everywhere? Why would that be? I don't know. You could poop on the bad guys and get them out of trouble and stuff. Like, well, how do you think that meeting went? Where they were like, let's have a donkey that poops all the time.
Hold on. No.
Yeah.
I'm saying, you that they like turned on the little light bulbs above their head.
Yes.
And were like, this donkey. Ooh.
Yes.
If they tried a little harder, they could have made any of these jokes funny. Because you can make poop jokes that are funny. Poop jokes are funny.
I don't think so.
It's lowbrow humor.
It's definitely lowbrow. It just feels like easy humor. So maybe you're right. But at some point they had to say, all right, this is good enough. We can do the pooping donkey thing.
Louis C.K. tells a great poop joke.
Okay, yeah, that's true. But it's a lot more than just a poop joke, you know?
Sure. But
like it's like an anti-joke in a way. Like it's such this big build-up, and then all it is this lowbrow poop joke. Mm-hmm. Like that's almost highbrow meta joke telling.
We're talking about the premiere of season 2 of Louis.
The one with like it's like his sister's there, and she's pregnant. Yeah,
and then she just has like this.
She just poops.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like the whole episode. He's rushing her to the hospital.
Exactly. Like it's this whole drawn out thing, and it's a very tense thing. And then, but that's more than that's like I said. It's like a meta look at humor as opposed to just being a poop joke they threw in at the end. You know, it was built up to it.
I think.
Like Aristotle would enjoy that poop joke. He would say that poop joke is well structured.
What if Louis C.K. wrote an Adam Sandler movie?
Who's writing the one with Dennis Hoffman and Ben Stiller? Because Louis C.K. could be in that.
Dustin Hoffman. You do this every time. You said Dennis Hoffman.
No, I didn't. When we do the playback, Lev, mark it, all right, that Joe is a liar and that his pants are currently aflame.
No.
Yes.
You definitely do.
No.
You do this every week when you mention this movie.
Dustin is what I always say. No.
Dustin Hoffman.
No. No. Were those two ever in a movie together?
No, but they should play lovers
I feel like
in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Because we've lost Dennis Hopper.
Yes.
So,
Lev, yeah.
Is it Lev? What do you want to talk to Lev
about?
No,
Lev.
Leave him alone.
Lev does fine work, all right? No one's saying that. Nick Swartzen shows up again. Will Forte, fresh off of his Oscar and Emmy-worthy performances, has decided to parlay that into a bit part in a less than stellar Netflix original film.
But I think we should really get to the issue with the Netflix model. I have a lot of issue with how Netflix doesn't govern any of their shows. It just gives the artist money to do whatever the hell they want.
That's not a terrible idea.
It is for when you don't have any say over how the movie's edited. This movie could have cut easily 45 to a half hour off.
So let me say that
it's too long. This movie is way too long.
I don't think this movie's too long. I was dreading this movie being 2 hours. Now, before Lev, just so keep the playback button ready. Just before anyone thinks that before anyone thinks I'm about to say that Ridiculous Six is a good movie, I'm not saying that.
God.
I'm not saying that.
The movie that currently has a 0%.
I'm not saying that this movie is good.
Are you going to make them have a 1%?
I'm not saying that it's funny. I'm not saying that it's well written. But I will say that I thought this movie was going to be unwatchable, and it was fine.
No,
it was
fine. No.
Like, I was bored, but I wasn't like, oh my god, it needs to be overboard. Like, I was just like, all right. But then, like, this movie, like, these things are dumb, but the whole time I wasn't like, you know?
I'm just going to double check before I say something.
Say it.
No, I want to make sure I'm right about it. Hold on. Go on. What's your next point?
So that's all. So for me, this movie never felt like it just felt like there was just a lot of stuff going on. It was just kind of dumb stuff, but it was all there. You had like 28 characters in this movie, so of course it's going to take 2 hours.
This director made The Waterboy.
Yeah, but the directing's not good here. The acting's not good. The jokes aren't landing.
He did Blended, which you also kind of liked.
This is kind of weird, isn't it?
I mean, but the weird one. Yeah. Oh. Click? What did you think of Click?
I didn't like Click.
And the Wedding Singer.
So
it's more sentimental movies that I like.
Yeah. This movie it's just not. I thought it was going to be like 8 Crazy Nights, where I was just going to be clawing my eyes out, begging for it to be over. This movie was just like, all right.
8 Crazy Nights is about 50 minutes short.
I know, and yet that was, but like, I don't know, once you saw what the formula was, like, I don't know, it was just kind of easy to hang your hat on and go like, all right, we're going to hit this beat, then this beat, then this beat, then this beat, and then we're done. And I don't know, it just made it easier to deal with. This is one of the few examples when an overly structured movie kind of helps it out.
What has happened?
I know.
This is why you don't go to the theater anymore.
I'm not saying this is
why you stopped shaving.
I'm not saying this is a good movie. I'm not saying you should watch it.
What are you saying? Then?
I'm just saying it's not terrible. I'm saying this is not an unwatchable movie.
I feel like...
So, I'm not saying... And Netflix knew what it was getting into when it gave Adam Sandler a 4-picture deal. It knew.
They gave him carte blanche.
Yeah, they wanted Adam Sandler to do what Adam Sandler does best, and this is what you get. And again, we'll never look...
Why was this his first choice?
We're never going to be... I don't know, maybe this is something that they already had in the wings, and so they're ready to go. I'm surprised, because like this movie has a lot of names in it. Luke Wilson is in this movie. Why is Luke Wilson in this movie?
Who plays Mark Twain?
Vanilla Ice.
Were you
Vanilla Ice.
Like, all right.
I didn't know it until the credits were there.
Okay.
I didn't know.
I had to look it up too. I was like,
but let me tell you something. And this is what I'm kind of talking about. Like the idea of Mark Twain being just this anachronism of this guy who likes to rap and stuff. Like that's funny. I never laughed during it, but. Like, I like the idea. Like, it was a valiant effort. It just... for some reason, those jokes didn't land. I don't know if they, like, had a great idea and then didn't worry about what the actual jokes were and they gave up after that, or maybe Vanilla Ice wasn't able to pull it off, or they just kind of got lazy with the delivery. I don't know.
They have so many talented people in this cast.
Yeah.
Like...
This is like the all-star cast of all-star cast for Adam Sandler.
Okay, we need to get into this. The Steve Buscemi scene in I guess it's like a barbershop.
Yeah, he's like this all-purpose town physician barber thing. Right?
I didn't laugh.
Yeah.
But I really liked his hair and makeup.
Yeah, that was interesting. It was hard to recognize a lot of these people because of all the hair and makeup.
I'm not suggesting this should have gotten nominated for
No.
Even though Norbit was nominated.
Yeah. Norbit. Yeah, that scene wasn't terribly funny, and that scene was like,
See, that's the scene I'm talking about, like where it went on really long.
Here's another scene,
and I'm like, I know every beat that they're going to do with these jokes, and I'm like,
And here's another scene that again was funny on paper and should have been really funny, but never made me laugh, but was kind of saved by a good performance. Is that one with John Turturro as Abner Doubleday, who, by the way, is not the inventor of baseball.
I really liked John Turturro, though.
John Turturro was good. That's what I'm saying. Like,
he was really... I was like, it's such a nice surprise to see.
I know. He came out of nowhere. He had this accent that I didn't think he'd be able to do.
Yeah,
and
it was really
And I bought it the whole time.
He's
and
a good actor.
He was really selling this character.
He was getting ready for the night of.
Have you seen that yet? Yeah, I've not seen it yet. No,
that's very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So so he that scene could have been one that could have dragged for a long time. You could be like, why are we doing a baseball thing here? This feels sort of random. But I don't know. Like that should have been a lot funnier. There was the ideas were there, and there was no follow through, and I don't know why.
So there was a lot of people in this movie.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, who was he? I saw his name in the credits, but I have no idea where he popped up.
He was with Harvey Keitel. He was...
like in that bar scene or something?
Yeah, his thing, where I just...
Did he even have a line?
He was the Nugget customer.
What?
I don't remember.
He's just a customer at the Nugget, which I think was the name of Harvey Keitel's.
Yeah.
By the way, Harvey Keitel is in this movie that only cost $60 million, $20 million of which is probably Adam Sandler. So Harvey Keitel...
Do you think the rest of the budget, though, was just paying off all the actors?
Maybe, but I don't know.
Like Harvey Keitel...
Like, do these people just like Adam Sandler?
Nick Nolte, Luke Wilson.
Yeah.
Terry Crews. He's doing pretty well now. He's on a very successful sitcom.
Very successful as a sort of a...
It's won awards.
It has won Golden Globes, but it's still kind of struggles in the ratings.
Oh, it does?
No, it does not.
I've never seen an episode.
The only thing that helps it is that all of Fox's sitcoms don't do well.
Yeah. John Turturro, Chris Parnell.
Yep.
Blake Shelton is Wyatt Earp.
Yep.
Whitney Cummings. I didn't see
her.
For
5 seconds. She's that girl in John Lovett's house that seduces Terry Crews.
David Spade
shows up for 5 seconds, and another accent that hurts all of his jokes.
Yeah.
Vanny Ice.
I mean, it's just his wife, Jackie Sandler, as Never Wears Bra. Like,
oh yeah. He said, "Hey wife, can you do this?" And she's like, "Yeah, that sounds hilarious."
Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah. Prior to Netflix picking up the film, it had been in the works and dropped by 3 studios: Columbia Pictures, Paramount Pictures, and Warner Brothers.
Three studios had to work together to make that happen, huh?
Mm-hmm. And it says the latter dropped out soon after Adam Sandler and Happy and Madison Productions signed a 4-picture deal with Netflix. Although an insider noted to the Hollywood Reporter that deal had nothing to do with their decision.
Maybe not. Who knows? But yeah, because it did come out very shortly after that deal was announced.
Principal photography began on February 20th of 2015 and ended on May 2nd, 2015. That's long, right?
That did take long, yeah.
That sounds really long. Because I saw like another one of his movies took like 5 weeks to make.
Which movie?
I think it's the one after this.
Oh, The Do-Over?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this, I don't know, The Do-Over seems like a smaller thing.
Yeah.
It has a smaller cast, this was like a whole big set piece thing. You had big action sequences and things like that.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you had...
What else did I
You had Will Ferrell, you had Nick Swartzen, you had that guy with the weird eyes, then you had the other guy with the weird eyes. Adam Sandler knows a lot of people with weird eyes.
Yeah, I mean, he's had that joke in his movies before, with Mr. Deeds, with Steve Buscemi, with the he called crazy eyes.
Yeah, but
he does that joke.
But like in this one, I don't know. This one was a little bit better in that like he had to get rid of the good eye, and they're all like, "Well, those are the rules."
Oh yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
They don't tell you how much this one was made for. I'll look it up.
Jorge Garcia, we talked about, right? Taylor Lautner. This is a weird... A lot of people had to say yes to this movie that I would think would look at the script and go, maybe not this one.
Wilson's like in a good portion of this movie.
Yes. He's one of the main characters of this movie. He has a whole arc about Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. Who is the...
Yeah.
Who was the one that was sad that the president died or something?
That was Luke Wilson. Okay. Luke Wilson was a bodyguard for the president and let him die because he told John Wilkes Booth where the president was sitting while he went to the bathroom.
So we don't, because it's Netflix. We don't have
we have no idea how much they made. They will never tell us.
We don't know how many people.
But the Netflix. So they spent $60 million on this movie, which means in their eyes. Right, they have to... I mean, I might be getting this wrong, listeners, so you can call in and you could tell us otherwise and tell us that we're idiots. That's fine. So in their mind, they're like, all right, if we make this movie for $60 million, this has to get us $60 million worth of new subscribers. Right? That's what they have to be thinking.
I don't understand how
But then you have to do it for this movie. You have to do this for House of Cards that costs like $13 million a season. You have to do it for...
The Crown. Wasn't that like $100 million?
The Crown, like you have... Like at some point, at some point, these shows aren't getting you new customers. At some point, they're just keeping the ones you have here, and then you spend less on the other things, and then your streaming service is really just your own products. Like of the 3, of this one, Amazon and Hulu, this is the one that might have outside of their DVD subscription that most people don't have anymore. I do.
I do too.
Joe does.
It's their best part of the whole subscription.
It is the best part. You get all the weird crap, especially now that Criterion's off of Hulu and on their own weird little streaming thing.
Yeah, that's annoying.
So unless you have the DVDs, like Netflix really doesn't have that much of non-original content. But their original content, I'm not really blown away by.
That is an understatement.
Right?
I think they have like
House of Cards looks interesting, but I've never been able to get into it. And Orange is the New Black is only okay and only for a little while. And then I'm not into Stranger Things. I know everybody else is, but I kind of don't care about it. I'm not feeling BoJack Horseman.
Yeah,
I can appreciate some of the things that it does later on, but I myself can't get to that part because I don't like what comes before it. And they have so many other things I can't think of off the top of my head because it's too many and it's all very easily forgettable. Like Sense8 or...
Yeah, that's
like
the Wachowskis.
Wayward Pines. Their first...
Wayward Pines is on Fox.
Oh, they have one with like a werewolf.
Right?
What is that one?
What is this?
That's the hand coming out of the werewolf. I'm sorry, listeners. I forget you can't see me.
I thought it was a face.
No, it's like a werewolf mouth that opens and a hand like comes out. There's that one. There's Lilyhammer, which was their actual first show that nobody watches anymore. Hemlock Grove.
Lilyhammer with Steven Van Zandt.
Yes.
Right? From Sopranos.
Yes, it is him. And
ooh, I have to
they have a few other they have other things that they don't actually make, but that they just buy the distribution rights for, like that Knights of Sidonia and Black Mirror and
Black Mirror is good though.
I'm having a hard time. I think
maybe not the new season.
I think no, I don't know. I think like anthologies for me like don't work so well. I think if I'm watching a TV show and I'm coming back, I want familiarity. You know, I think that's. I don't want to see a mini movie every week.
Yeah,
unless you're the Twilight Zone. Unless you're the Twilight. Yeah, but I don't know. But I still don't. An hour is a long time for me to have to go reorient myself the whole time. If you're like the Twilight Zone and you're 25 minutes, that seems to be okay. But if you're 55, I can't do it.
Oh,
I try.
Have you not watched any of them?
No, I have. Yeah,
which ones have you watched?
There was a virtual reality one.
That's not a.
There was one where like there's like a program they make that like is like her dead friend.
Oh, is that one of the new ones?
Maybe.
That sounds.
I don't know which one it was. Like there was like a code that could redo the mind. Then there was like one with like a doll in the attic. It's like a robot doll.
Wait, was it? Are you talking about the one where like the guy dies at the beginning and his wife is sad that? Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
That one's so good.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like one of the best ones.
Yeah.
And then the one where he,
and like this,
Toby Kebbell, he has like a cell phone and like he can go back in his mind and see what happened, like the memories. But then like when people block you, like they're like erased from your life.
Yeah, like I get what I don't know, like no, so like one I feel like sometimes the themes they're getting across are perhaps a little too overt and heavy-handed. And the other thing is, an hour long is annoying. If you were like an hour and a half to 2 hours and you were a movie, you might have more play and you might have more breath there and you wouldn't have to be so ham-fisted with it. Or if you were 22 minutes, you'd have to be really taut and tight and really succinct. But like an hour is this gray zone. I've always had an hour. Like I never liked The Outer Limits or Amazing Stories or things like that. I've never liked that hour, if that hour-long anthology thing, like that one about the myths that they do on PBS. Like I give this a pass because it's only an hour. I mean, only 6 episodes, there's just something about it where it's just not like a juice. It's not like it's not the best way to succeed in my mind. I get that that's what we're accustomed to as a television viewing audience. I would rather you be longer, like a Sherlock episode, than be an hour long.
I never watched.
But Sherlock has the advantage of like those characters again and again, so I'm okay with it. Mm-hmm. And then you see them change. But like this, I have to know new people all the time, and I don't care. So part of my story is Netflix. I'm not hot on the Netflix originals, is what I'm saying. I like the Hulu ones more. Sometimes I like the Amazon ones more, but mostly the Hulu. And Hulu's got better their original programming too. I'm not suffocating in their original programming. They have just enough so I can kind of stay on top of it, but mostly I can just watch what I want to watch. Mm-hmm. That's my rant on Netflix, which somehow crazily makes money, although I don't think that they do. And I think there's some sort of weird stock inflation thing going on or something where they're not letting us know, and that's why they never want us to know how many viewers are watching the streaming services. Which, by the way, it doesn't matter how many subscribers watch Ridiculous 6. What matters is how many new subscribers watch it. Because if you're just having the same people that were already there anyway, well, they were already there. Who cares?
They should have touted it as this is the only way you'll be seeing Sandler in movies for the next 4 years.
Except for the Dustin Hoffman one.
Well, yeah, but this is the first movie that he's put out.
Yeah.
Not old.
Since then, yeah. And then, of course...
The Do-Over was his only movie in 2016 that came out.
At long last. We only had to deal with one. Although we have 2 this year, and somewhere...
2 in, the next month.
And somewhere frighteningly soon, Hotel Transylvania 3 will be coming down the pipe as well.
I'm not sure if it's in, later on this summer, or if it's next year.
Don't let it be. Don't let them have 3 movies this year, please, for the love of God.
Well, now we can start, knocking them out when they come out.
Yeah, I know. So after the one that's after the Do-Over... we'll sort of take a break. Take a break for a bit.
Not much. It's coming out like the 10th or something.
Exactly. So, but
it's like 2 weeks.
After that one, though, you know, should we go to the theater and see it?
Which one?
The one that's about to come out. Not Sandy Wexler. What's the other one?
That's the Netflix one. The Noah Baumbach movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks, I like Noah Baumbach movies. He made 2 good movies. And
who did that Mistress America? Was that him?
That's him.
I like that one.
And then he did the other one that you didn't care too much for.
Yeah, with Ben Stiller. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't like that one.
I like that one.
He's had other ones. Like I like Frances Ha.
Frances Ha's great.
Frances Ha's good. And then that might be it. I don't like The Squid and the Whale.
I haven't watched it in a while, but I liked it.
It's a good script, I guess.
Mm-hmm. It's very short. It's like 80 minutes.
Thank God, because you couldn't make it long. There's nothing really there. Mm-hmm. And then what else is he's had to have done more than that?
He's helped write a lot.
Did he do what
movies.
Is that? Green? No. What is that? Greenberg? Is that what it's called?
Yep, Greenberg.
Is that him too?
Yeah.
That one's okay.
He I feel like his directing career got like revitalized because he did some movies in the 90s.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, but like when he started working with Greta Gerwig,
didn't he get started? Didn't he restart in like mumblecore?
Yeah.
This is what. Listen, let me tell you something, Joe.
Do you think Sandler could be doing a mumblecore movie?
Would that be crazy? No. You
don't think so?
No. I have no love for 4K.
Why? What?
I don't. It's the extra pixels don't add as much as the marketers want us to think, so I'm unimpressed.
Oh, with all these 4K Blu-ray things?
And then it makes things too smooth. It's too smooth. Mm-hmm. And people are like, oh, it looks natural. No, it doesn't look natural. It looks unnatural.
Yeah, it looks weird.
It doesn't look like real life. And by the way, you don't want it to look like real life. If you liked movies to be like real life, you would watch more mumblecore movies, but you don't. You know why? Because you don't want it to be real life. You want it to be make you think that it's real life, but like way cooler.
I also want like someone to have like a style that I like. I don't know. I don't
like I just don't. I don't like, and like they have like that the new TVs do a thing where they like interpolate frames in between them to make them smooth. I don't like it. It's gross and don't do that. Don't do that to your TVs, people.
Really gone off topic.
I just get in this fight all the time with people, and I go, fix your TV, and they go, no, I like it more. I'm like, you don't like it more. You are full of crap.
I can bring it back to Sandler.
Yes, fine.
Sorry.
I've touched so few of my notes because I've just been. We've kind of gone off the rails here at some point. Nobody's going to listen to our weird delusional rants.
No, they're fine.
As dementia slowly sets in.
Well, they can understand.
I don't think that they can.
Maybe if they join us each episode,
I think it's unintelligible.
Like when we do.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Who? The joy of watching every Adam Sandler movie. It's definitely a treat.
Hey, there are some good ones. There
are some good ones.
Yeah, see?
But I didn't say the joy of watching the good Adam Sandler movies. I said the joy of watching every Adam Sandler movie.
Can you think to a point where Sandler ever cheated on one of his love interests in these movies? Because I've kind of figured out, I think he's always been pretty monogamous.
Yeah, but you know, and I
his
think
characters have never been like,
even like when he's like got the lecherous guys like in that Judd Apatow movie, Funny People,
yeah,
and maybe Big Daddy, like. Yeah, usually like once he meets the love of his life, like he gives it his all. But I think just based on what I've seen from his movies and the interviews, I think that's the kind of person that he'd be in real life anyway. Yeah. Like I think
he has his wife in all of his movies.
Yeah, like I think he really is this family guy. Like I think he really loves his wife and he loves his kids. And when he's not working on these movies, either good or dumb, like I think he likes game night with the kids, you know, and he likes tucking them into bed and reading them stories.
Isn't that just? I think that's so strange. Yeah. He's never played someone that's like ever cheated on.
No,
I mean, if he has, then like we've watched it, but I don't remember.
Listen, I think like he never really writes himself. Like he writes himself like
because a schlubby guy.
Like these schlubby guys, but like they're always like lovable losers. Like it's not like the closest he gets to an unlikable character is that Judd Apatow movie. He didn't write it. So
you can't remember Funny People?
Yeah, I can't remember that. I know, right? What is terrible? Okay, I'm sorry, but like, or even Yeah, no, the Paul Thomas Anderson movie, he's still like a lovable loser. Like
he can't. He's having a hard time
in real life. Yeah, in real life, that person would annoy the crap out of you. But in the movie form, when you have that safe distance, you can just kind of go, "Aw."
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you're like, oh, he just tries hard. He just has trouble. That's all. Mm-hmm. You know, or oh wait, what was that movie? Mm-hmm. Right where he goes with the prostitute. Remember that? He has the porn addiction. Men, Women, Children.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he technically cheats on his wife there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Again, but he didn't write it.
But...
So, like... And even in this movie, like...
Also, the marriage... Like, at the end, he, says... Because he finds out that his wife is cheating on...
Yeah, he's the guy that kind of steps up and says... Yeah. All right, this has gone too far. We somewhere stop talking. Let's talk. And he's still mad about it, as I said in that podcast. But he's working hard to really put it behind him, so he can
work on the marriage.
So he can do what's important to him, which he does love his wife in that one too. He just made a mistake. But that was sort of, yeah. So, but he always seems to write himself cool characters, you know. Like in this one, he's the coolest guy ever. He could turn into tumbleweeds and.
Which character do you think is his coolest one?
His coolest one?
Yeah, for you. Which one does it for you?
Which one do I think is cool?
Well,
what does that mean?
We didn't dig into it too much.
I don't understand. Yeah. Who's that Joe? I'm not really good. I'm not a good benchmark of cool, Joe. Fine. I like Patrick McGoohan. Patrick McGoohan, I think, is a cool dude, and both people will go, who? P-Max. You're the Dizzle.
P-Max?
P-Max. He and I, we go way back.
Not P-Mags?
No, P-Mags. Oh, yeah, P-Mags. Yeah, I know, Left. Thank you.
Well, slow down.
I see he speaks. I can hear him in my headphones. Yeah.
Cool. Maybe just I don't know. How about, which is your favorite character that he's played?
That's a tough one. I like both.
It's a tough one.
I know. Oh. I like both the Paul Thomas Anderson one. Mm-hmm. I think that's the richest. But I like the funny people. I think that's the most interesting.
Yeah.
That's a really neat idea that I'm glad was explored, that Sandler was willing to explore. So, yeah, those two I like a lot.
I wish he would reunite for a shorter film with Apatow.
Apatow can't make a film. Because Apatow's films are always two films.
Yeah. Did you ever see Trainwreck?
I never saw Trainwreck.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But it was decidedly very much shorter than.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me that. It's what I think. I think I don't like comedy films.
That's fine.
I don't think I like comedy in the long form. I think I only like it in the sitcom, bite-sizable kind of function. I think 2 hours is too long for a funny movie. Because
The Wolf of Wall Street. 3 full hours.
I might laugh for the first 15 minutes, but then when you actually have to, it's like a horror movie too. When you actually have to start doing plot stuff, people kind of forget to put the horror/comedy in there, and so you're just all right, well now I'm doing this other thing. I wanted to just be merry a bit. I wanted to laugh, have a little mirth. Right, and some performers can kind of do that. Jim Carrey can kind of keep you laughing through the staler parts of a movie just because he's so wacky. And Adam Sandler can't do that as much. What was the last
Jim Carrey movie?
I know, right? That's a tough one to think about.
Was it the magic one that he did?
The magic one?
He did a magic one with Steve Carell.
Oh yeah, I never saw that. I forgot about that movie.
I think I did see it. It was on HBO or something.
Yeah.
I started watching it and I was like, he's not even in it that much.
Really?
It's more of a Steve Carell, Steve Buscemi movie.
That is weird.
And but someone plays the dad in it.
Yeah.
I can't remember who plays the dad. I want to say Dustin Hoffman for some reason.
He's just showing up as everybody's dad in movies these days. Does that
even make sense that he was the dad?
I don't know. Would there be a dad? I don't know anything about this movie.
Maybe it was Harvey Keitel. It was one of those two. All right,
well, you find it out, and I will slowly fade away into a creeping, wailing husk of a human being.
I think you said you didn't hate the movie.
I didn't hate the movie. I thought it was, like I said, that was going to be unwatchable, and ended up just being a thing that I sat through. It was Hotel Transylvania 2 was harder to get through than this movie.
The Incredible Burt Wonderstone is the title of that movie.
That's so long. There was just so much going on. There was enough going on in this movie to keep you distracted. What was it?
Maybe it's a combination of Dustin Hoffman and Harvey Keitel.
Oh, yeah? Who's that person?
Alan Arkin.
Of course.
James Gandolfini's in that movie.
That's weird.
That's how long ago that movie came out.
Yeah, there you guys a lesson right there.
Yeah, that's Olivia Wilde's in it.
Really?
The movie was $34 million. It only made $27 million.
It's not that far off though for what looked like it was a totally terrible movie and was a dumb idea from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says one of Hollywood's biggest bombs of 2013.
Even though biggest bomb, like it's not that far off.
They probably had a lot of commercial stuff for it.
Could be. I don't know how much. Again, you're not spending that much on P&A for a $27 million movie.
The writers.
You probably spend like $13 million at the most. The writers? Just fix the script then. What do you mean the writers?
The writers of the movie made that Vacation movie that came out a couple years ago.
Vacation with the family, with Robin Williams.
The National Lampoon's Vacation.
With
the reboot kind of
with Ed. Is that his name?
Ed Helms.
Ed Helms.
Yeah, they wrote that.
Yeah, I don't think that one did well either, right?
No.
Yeah.
So, what do you think this movie's biggest flaws?
It's just
issues.
Despite this movie, here's the weird thing about this movie being 2 hours is that exposition is still spoon-fed. Everybody still becomes friends immediately. Scenes are all super quick. There's just, I would say what the problem with this movie is, despite being a 2-hour movie, is that too much is going on.
Really?
Like, you need to pick a few things to focus on and just do that.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe we don't need to spend so much time with this gang of 5 other bandits.
With the eye patches?
The left eye gang, you know? Like, maybe...
That sounds funny when you say it, but I didn't laugh.
Right, because it wasn't funny. On paper, it probably was.
Like, I want to laugh, but it's not funny.
Like,
when you say it, I'm like, that sounds so great.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Do you think that's how they write their movies?
Maybe. Like, maybe on paper it's funny.
So good.
Yeah, like, maybe they're just sitting around, they're throwing things around, and like, he was part of the Texas Stubbies first before he joined the Left Eye Gang.
I want to
and like, you're laughing.
Because then...
It could be, again, I think these accents hurt a lot. Like I said in the beginning, I really think it killed a lot of the lines. But again, I think a lot of the lines aren't... I think you had, like, funny ideas, and then when you had to write a script, you wrote the script as quickly as you could, and maybe got a half a draft afterwards, and that was it. And they're just like, well, we got to get this one done so we can make our release date.
But
that's what I think it is.
Yeah, but we've found out that they didn't have anyone. Like they've been shopping this movie around at like studios that no one wanted, so they've had a script.
No, 3 studios were involved to work on it together.
I don't know.
What was the movie before this? Hotel Transylvania 2? Like, what are you afraid of? This movie's gonna do fine.
Hotel Transylvania made $500
million. It's
Hotel Transylvania 2.
Yes. $500 million. It's a Marvel movie.
I can't get over
Hotel Transylvania 2. Yeah, that movie was super boring. That movie was like one note. This movie,
Why did that movie make so much money? People will see anything. I can't.
But they won't. They won't see the incredible Burt Wonderstone.
Oh, yeah.
So there is some hope. There is some hope in humanity.
I just wanted to go through a couple of Rotten
Tomatoes was John Heder in that movie? The Napoleon Dynamite guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was he in?
With the Burt Wonderstone movie.
I don't think so.
Oh, you were just looking at the list.
Well, yeah.
It's gone. It's gone now.
No, I couldn't.
The list is out of the way.
Top 6 people in it.
No, this movie I think was fun. Like the beats were okay. Like there's even like a twist at the end that's kind of okay as well.
Oh, with Nick Nolte.
With Nick Nolte turning on them and stuff, and you're like, oh.
What happened after that? I don't remember.
Then there's like a big shootout. Like everybody is just like.
There was a shootout?
Yeah.
Why don't I remember the shootout?
There was a shootout. There was a bomb.
Turning on.
There was a bomb. Yeah.
I was in the room for this.
Right? There's like a chase scene where Adam Sandler's chasing Nick Nolte through a mine. It's kind of like Silence of the Lambs.
I remember them back in a mine.
Yeah.
I don't know where I went.
And like Nick Nolte's like, you, what are you gonna do? Finish the job? And he's like, no.
I have amnesia. As soon as the scenes are like ending, I'm just like, oh.
No. Yeah, so I don't know. This movie was okay. So, like I said, this movie needed better jokes. It needed not tightening up in like the less time sense, but tightening like work on these jokes more than just saying, all right, that'll be fine. It'll be funny when we get there.
Okay. So I just wanted to, since we don't have like a revenue thing for this movie, I went on Rotten Tomatoes, and this movie...
The Rotten Tomatoes of 0%.
0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Out of 33 reviews it's been given, they've all been negative.
Yeah, and 0%, yep.
It has an audience score of 31%.
All right, well, give me some of these reviews. You have some reviews for us, Joe?
I have some pretty scathing ones.
Right, Lev, we have time for those, don't we? All right, thank you.
Debbie Day from The Wrap says, The Ridiculous Six is everything wrong with Hollywood for the past 2 decades.
That's a lot of wrong things.
Richard Roper said, thanks for nothing, Netflix.
Richard Roper's still kicking around, huh?
Of course he is.
I don't know. I thought he faded away.
Christy Lemire said, you can watch The Ridiculous Six whenever you'd like from the comfort of your own home. Lucky you.
Was there a sarcastic emoticon that went with that?
No, but that's very funny. So Jesse Hassinger from the AV Clubs.
Yeah.
The good news is that this movie doesn't feature many instances of Sandler making half-assed schoolyard taunts passed off his jokes. The bad news is that freeing himself of the joke-telling burden doesn't seem to cheer him up.
Like, there was some kind of, like, when the Mexican prostitute's talking about handstand sex.
Yeah,
and Adam Sandler's trying to play the straight man there, but his delivery is falling flat because he's got to keep this, like, low monotone voice. Like, he can't be his usual self.
He was doing some weird accent in the beginning.
Like...
And then he dropped it when he cut his hair.
No, it's still kind of there.
It's still there.
It's killing those jokes. That's the problem.
Yeah. Ugh.
The jokes are being lost in dumb accents that, shouldn't be terribly necessary.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to say a couple of those because that's funny. Oh. Mm-hmm. This Josh Larson said, I don't know, he's Larson on film. Did Nick Nolte survive the filming of this?
There's a lot of people, like, it was just weird how many people said, yeah, I'll do this movie. Why? This movie, you weren't paid that much. Why did you do the movie?
Yeah.
Right, Harvey, can I tell you were in, like, a piano tuning movie with Sam Neill, and I can't remember her name at the moment. Like, you're in good stuff, Harvey Keitel. If you're doing this, there must be something fun about it. Has he been in a Sandler movie before?
Harvey Keitel?
Yeah.
Yeah, Little Nicky.
Oh, yeah. So, like, Sandler just going to, like these people just must love hanging out with Adam Sandler. That just must be what it is.
He seems like a good hang.
He must be just, like, this extremely personable, likable guy. And so, like, you're like, yeah, it might not be the greatest movie, but you're spending your day on set with, like, your buddy, so it's okay.
Joel Harley says...
Thank God for Joe Harley's here. Let's get that review.
Seth MacFarlane can breathe a sigh of relief. 1 Million Ways to Die in the West is no longer the worst comedy western ever made. We're not counting Wild Wild West.
I can't believe they made Wild Wild West a movie. That's so
Nick
bizarre.
Shager from The Playlist. With The Lazy Misshapen, The Ridiculous Six, Adam Sandler robs his new Netflix benefactors blind.
$60 million, I don't know, for a movie. I mean, it's Netflix. Netflix wanted Adam Sandler to do, they knew what they were signing up for. Netflix has no one to blame but themselves. I have high hope for the do-over. Maybe it's just my love of David Spade.
Yeah, I saw the Rotten Tomatoes score on that one.
Don't say anything.
I have.
Don't say anything. But I
was going in with high hopes, and so I still have... I haven't watched it yet.
I have high hopes.
This was one of the first ones that I didn't watch before we...
This might be the only one. You've only watched the do-over once?
No, The Ridiculous Six.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched the do-over yet.
Okay, well, that'll be good for both of us. I know, that'll be fun.
Sad experiences.
That'll be cool. Maybe Lev will even watch this one, huh? No?
Lev, will you join us?
Come on, Lev. We're almost at the end, Lev. All right, we'll do is it Sandy Wexler that's next, or is it the Dustin Hoffman one?
I think Sandy Wexler will be on next.
Sandy Wexler is the March one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think the Noah Baumbach one will be out soon, but it'll be on, like, independent circuits for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it'll play in New York for a while. Like, screw you, Noah Baumbach.
June.
All right, so Sandy Wexler, then we'll do a wrap-up one. All right, and then I guess we'll wait for the other Adam Sandler movies to come out.
So wouldn't that be nice?
This lifelong thing we'll be doing. Forever and ever. This is
how I know we'll still be friends. This will be nice.
No, we won't even be friends, but like when a Sandler movie calls out, one of us will just call the other one like, all right, it's time, let's make this happen, and then we'll just record.
Oh, like Skype it?
We'll Skype it somehow.
Oh,
if something bad happens, but like this will be the thing that will always bring us back.
I hope nothing bad happens.
All right, but maybe, I don't know.
God, why are you assuming something bad's going to happen?
I don't know, maybe I kill your father, like who knows?
I mean, that's fine. I'll get over it.
I hope your father doesn't listen to this podcast.
Nah.
All right.
It surprised me.
That's super dark. I'm a little sad now, everybody.
Who's our sponsor?
Ramen noodles. There's no time to be sad when ramen's in the party. Ramen. See, look at that. I snuck it in there for you, right? That'll make them happy.
Very nice.
Ramen noodles, my boy. Ramen Noodle presents.
Ramen Noodles.
What the hell happened to them? Ramen Noodles is my boy. Ramen Noodles can be my homegirl. It's fine. She's my sweet thing.
Oh, okay.
What are those? Movie tickets?
Yeah, they bought advance tickets to Logan.
Logan what?
It's the new Wolverine movie.
Oh. I thought you were in like the airport.
They bought advance tickets to go to the Logan airport.
Yeah, for their plane. Plane tickets, Joe.
I would have just said plane tickets.
Joe,
I'm buying advance tickets to LAX.
Maybe you would just call it lax. I don't know. I say this as a person that's never been on a plane.
We're gonna fix
I don't understand how the plane system
You're
works.
Gonna love
I'm sorry.
It's gonna be so
No,
nice.
I'm scarified to death.
You can watch movies on 6-inch screens.
And I know the statistics and the blah blah blah, but I know the plane I'm on, that's the one that goes down. I know it.
Hey, at least I'll be on it.
Joe. You're my good friend, but I don't want to tell you this one way. I don't want you to I don't want to spend my last moments of life with you.
Oh.
All right? I know. I'm sorry. I'm old-fashioned. I want it to be with like someone,
Like a dog?
Like a dog. No, I'm not a dog person. I don't want it to be with you. A cat.
Oh. Why don't you want to be with me?
I don't. Because I want it to be.
Sad.
I want it to be either with my wife, my children, or by myself. Like that is the list.
Ugh. All of those sounds.
But
so
I have
depressing
I have no wife. I have no children. So pretty much I have to die alone. Like that's my goal.
Ugh. Yeah. I want to just give me a little.
I'm just old fashioned, Joe. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'd like to die with my little pupper.
Okay, you don't have a dog, Joe.
Yeah,
you borrow other people's dogs.
I will have 6 dogs.
That's a lot of dogs.
Yeah, well, they'll all be very tiny.
That makes them more annoying.
No, well, not not like super tiny.
Tiny dogs are annoying.
I would say like
big dogs are troublesome, but tiny dogs are annoying.
I would say like a 25-pound dog.
Yeah, listen, for listeners at home, you guys can weigh in on your thoughts on dogs and which size dog you prefer more. How big you like your dogs? Leave that in the comments below. We'll check that out. We'll respond back. Joe will retweet. He likes doing that. He likes making fun of me on Twitter.
I mean,
it's very nice of him.
You're writing a book on Twitter.
Yes. So maybe perhaps appreciate the artistic process.
What's your handle? Plug it.
I don't need to plug it. It's not for.
So how are we going to read your book?
They'll follow you, Joe, and then they'll see who you follow. They'll see my little egg hashtag thing, and
you have a picture now.
Oh, that's right. We changed it. Yeah.
You're weird if you have an egg. Can't trust you.
You can't trust me if I'm an egg?
No.
Why not?
Because they're all like neo-Nazis.
What?
It's true. Yeah, those eggs.
What?
Are neo-Nazis.
The eggs on Twitter are neo-Nazis?
Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
Well,
they just look so tiny and defenseless.
Brace for it. Trump's America, baby.
All right, let's not get political here. All right. All right, let's not. We're here to get away from all that. If you come to listen to us, so you can just put the world aside for an hour and just enjoy.
Do you think Trump will still be president by the time this episode comes out?
Yes, Joe.
That's a gamble that we're taking right now.
You're gonna sound so stupid
in 8 years.
Oh man, Lev, no, we're gonna get these out. Don't worry, I promise. All right, Joe's gonna finally start helping me edit these things.
We'll see.
And helping me and you, Lev, edit these things, and we'll finally get these things done and on the iTunes. Yes. Yeah. All right, so I love that. Final thoughts before we thank our sponsor, Ramen Noodles. Joe, which flavor of ramen noodles is your favorite?
I don't know, the normal one, probably vegetable or something. They have a veggie one?
I don't think they do.
I know I used to have the chicken one.
Chicken one's a good staple?
Oh man, I just remembered.
In the orange pack, that's a classic.
Ramen noodles all the time when I was growing up because
ramen noodles they are so legitimate.
So poor.
Yeah, ramen noodles are so legitimate they cannot quit their jobs at all. Mm-hmm. They are very good at them. Mm-hmm. Ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you ever eat them just like not cooked?
Yep.
That's a thing, too.
I didn't know it was a thing. I just did it because...
Because you didn't have a pot of water by your side. You're like, this is one of the days where I was regretting it.
I don't even access to water for my ramen noodles. I had to just eat.
You have a sink that you can like put some hot water in.
Well, there's no water in anywhere. All I have is this bag of ramen noodles as a flavor packet, and that's it.
Oh, the flavor packet.
That's all I had. No, and then red was the beef. Blue was oriental. Pink was shrimp.
Oh, God. This is making me sick.
Deep orange is roasted chicken. Deep red is roasted beef. Light yellow / orange is creamy chicken. All delicious. I don't like the shrimp that much, but everyone else. You know what they do blue? That's like cheese. Stay away. Stay away from that one, Joe. That's not appropriate. So we'd like to thank ramen noodles for being a staple of America. No matter how crappy and crummy, no matter how crappy and crummy America gets, at least there'll always be ramen noodles to back us up.
Make ramen great again.
Joe, we're not being political. All right, Joe, give us your final thoughts.
Stay away. Stay very far away from this movie, please. We did you a favor.
So this is trying to trace Adam Sandler's career here, right? This might be the section where, where he has
this is below the graph.
No, I don't even know, but like I said, like literally, like anyone who's anyone in this movie has worked with Adam Sandler before in some capacity and seems to be on good terms with him. So, and it's good to know that Rob Schneider is apparently still in the inner circle, despite whatever Grown Ups 2 was.
Grown Ups 3, The Return of Schneider.
Oh, thank God! That'll be a great plot. So I don't know. He was in the middle of that movie already before the Netflix thing happened. He just wanted to hang out with his friends for a couple months. Like, I don't know, if you're a family guy but you still have to work for a living, although I guess he doesn't have to. But you still want to keep it coming in, like, you're just making something that you can goof off with your friends. So maybe the content doesn't matter so much anymore. Because people are still watching. $500 million, Hotel Transylvania 2, So, I don't think it's an age thing. I don't think it's a demographic thing. I think just Adam Sandler just tries a little less hard because he doesn't have to, and he just likes it. So, the only reason he keeps doing it is so he can hang out with his friends and maybe even give his friends work,
Do you know what I want to find do a little poll and see what interested people in seeing Hotel Transylvania 2.
Yeah, can we put that up in the old podcast, Lev?
I'd like to really know what really grabbed you.
Let's do that. Yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys. Well, maybe we'll do that for a lot of these movies, like why you liked it or why you didn't like it. That could be a fun thing to figure out. Maybe we could get a chart here at the end of it for one of our wrap-up specials.
That'd be fun.
Yes. So, all right, we'd like to thank you all for listening. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Ramen, for sponsoring our episode. And
They've got a lot of plug in this.
And for being there when our hearts have needed it most. We'd like to thank our audio maven, Lev Van Rensselaer, always dancing on those ivories the best he can. We'd like to, of course, thank Henry Dean Morgan Joe here.
Henry Dean Morgan. It's a combination of what?
Yeah, I have no idea why
Jeffrey
I said
Dean
that.
Morgan and Harry Dean Stanton.
I guess.
All right, I'll take one.
Yeah, they're all good.
I think we know which one.
And then I, of course, am Patrick McGoohan. You can find these podcasts on iTunes. You can find this work and many others, shorts, animated, and features, www.quixoticunited.com. I'd like to thank you all for listening. Joe, say good night.
Good night. Of England, I think she would have a lot more. This still isn't straight.
Oh, look at me! I'm the Queen of England. I wish that my mic stand would be just right.
I mean, why do you sound?
That's
Miss
what you
Piggy?
Sound like. No, I don't sound like Miss Piggy. You do.
You're doing it in.
You are the Miss Piggy. Yes, you are.
It's very strange.
Point of my story was, Joe. The long-winded point of my story is. That all that time in 6th and 5th grade trying to become a successful comic book artist, never once read a comic book. Don't particularly like comic books.
I don't like them either.
I don't know why I wanted to be a successful comic book artist.
Well, that's just That's fun, though.
I can't even draw. It was a really weird goal to have.
You need to take that back right now.
You saw me.
I saw that S.
Pants Man.
No, I saw S Man.
You saw S Man and P Boy.
I did not say P Boy. I saw S Man.
P Boy, who, by the way, was just when I could learn to draw block letters, like my mind blew. It was like, oh my god, what a world this is!
It was so much fun.
These aren't letters; these are human beings that look a lot like letters.
And you filled them with such interesting
hope
character
to teach people how to spell.
Yeah,
what
educational comic.
Boring freaking 12-year-old I must have been. Right? What 12-year-old wants to read a comic book about spelling?
I don't know.
And then, like,
put them up in front of these kids now. They'll read anything.
No, they won't. No, they want. If it doesn't have Iron Man, they don't care anymore.
Iron Man could easily be S-Man.
S-Man.
I don't know what actually is S-Man an alcoholic?
No, S-Man is pretty much just the letter S, and he has a cape. Also, his arms are S's.
Oh, that's fun.
And
I wonder how he uses that. Is it like?
And his legs are S's. Oh. Yeah.
How he walks now? How does he get through life? It must be miserable.
It was not the most well thought out concept.
Is his head an S too?
No, his whole body is the S. His body, torso, head, all an S.
Like, were his eyes little S's?
No, you don't see the eyes or the mouth or anything. It's just.
This is like so new agey.
But
you don't see rays, you just see S's.
It's just S body, S arm, S leg, and then a regular looking cape. The end.
I mean, that isn't the end. That's the beginning.
It is
the beginning of the S movement.
It is. This is the future.
Movement.
No. That's inappropriate.
Didn't know if you had a guitar going.
No.
Cool. So what have you seen lately?
Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still watching it?
Still going through
I still forgot to watch it after we left last week.
Show's funny.
Yeah. What's the...
Ed Asner, great.
I keep thinking of him. I see Bob Hoskins, but I'm like...
No. Listen, let me tell you, Cloris Leachman, I don't know if you've seen her recently. She's like...
She's in Adam Sandler movies constantly.
Oh, that's right, yeah. She's in the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and she is extremely attractive in 1970.
Okay, yeah.
It's crazy.
What was she, like 50? 40?
No, she was like in her 30s then.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
She's younger than I thought.
Yeah.
She's just been around a while.
She's been around for a long time. And and she once played that angel in
Touched by an Angel?
No. What's that movie where the guy wishes he had never been born?
It's a
Wonderful Life. So they did a remake in the 70s that was all ladies.
What?
And she played like the Clarence Angel.
What?
Yeah.
I never heard of this. That's one of my favorite movies.
So she played the angel in that was like guides the person through life and sees what's if they've been born. So then later on, when she was on that Raising Hope show, remember that one?
Yeah.
She was on that. Like the main character in that has like a dream where he goes through the same thing, and she plays that very same character. That's a callback to a movie no one remembers. That's digging deep.
Heard of.
That's digging real deep when you're writing that episode.
Do you think she was just pitched that, or do you think the writers were like, "Hey"?
Maybe the writers knew, because I don't know. They were like, "Let's see what these people what else they've done."
I'm gonna look for that episode.
And Close Reach is not only that, in the credits, like she gets her own special little thing at the end. Special guest star, Cloris Leachman. So she might have been a big deal even then.
Oh, and Mary Tyler Moore.
In 1970, yeah, she might have already been established.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
So that's on Hulu, because the stuff I found online, it's having a hard time playing. But Hulu only has the first 3 seasons for what I can gather is no discernible reason.
Of Mary Tyler Moore?
Yeah.
They only have the first 3?
They only have the first 3 seasons.
How many did it have?
7. I have no idea.
That's so
I have no idea why those last 4 seasons are much harder to get.
Huh.
Because Amazon also has only the first 3 seasons.
That's really weird.
It's extremely weird. Mm-hmm.